Everyone. In today's session, we'll do a lab on how to configure and verify DHCP client on a switch and a router. As you know, a switch can act as a DHCP client to lease its IP address and a router as well. So in this lab, we'll use the same topology as we used in the previous lab where we have two PCs connected to switch via router and then another router in another network to which DHCP server is connected. So this DHCP server will assign the IP addresses to router 1 and switch. So to configure a switch to use DHCP, to lease an IP address. You can use, for example, I will configure DHCP to assign IP address to VLAN 1. Okay, and the command for that is IP address. Before that, let me show you there is no IP address assigned to VLAN 1. If you see here, there is no IP address assigned. Okay, so before you assign IP address, you have to make sure the interface is up, and the command for assigning the IP address is IP address DHCP. Okay, right now the IP address will not be assigned because I have already removed the IP address on R1, which is connected to DHCP server. Okay, so let me configure the same command to get the IP address as well on router R1. As you can see, the DHCP server already assigned the IP address to this interface once we enable the command. Okay, so before we hop on to switch to see the IP address, let me show you some show command which we can use to check the DHCP assignment. Okay, first command I'll show you is show DHCP lease. This will give you the details of what parameters the DHCP server has assigned along with the IP address. If you see, it has assigned the IP address 3.1 and it is showing you the server IP address as well, the transaction ID, lease time, renewal in so and so, rebind, and so and so. Okay, so another command which will tell you is show IP interface gig 001. If you see here, this interface, the address was assigned by DHCP. Another important command which I forgot to show you in the previous lab is, let me show you, show interface. This interface we have configured as helper address, right? So it will tell you that as well. Sorry, it should be the other interface, this interface through which the DHCP messages are forwarded as unicast. If you see here, this interface is configured as with helper address. Okay, so let's hop back to the switch and let me show you. Oh, you can see here the IP is already assigned by DHCP, and if you type show IP interface brief now, it will show you the IP address. It was assigned by DHCP. And another thing which I will show you is similarly this interface to which the switch is connected. We have already configured helper address on this interface. This also you can check using show IP interface 000 command. Okay, this here we have assigned the IP address manually, and we have the helper address configured on this interface. This is the interface. This is the IP of the DHCP server. So that's it for this session. I hope this was informative for you. Thank you for watching.